Okay, so Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 10, Text 13. यदरों विवृत्त कटाक्षपात संभ्रांत नक्रमकरो भयगीर्ण घोषः सिंधु शिरसि अर्हणं परिगृह्य रूपी पादारविन्दम् उपगम्य बभाष एतत् Yat Rosh, whose anger, Vibram, induced by Vibrit, turned Katakshapata by the glance, Sambhranta, agitated, Nakra, crocodiles, Makraha, and sharks, Bhayagirna, Ghosha, whose loud sound was silenced through fear, Sindhu, the ocean, Sirashi on his head, Arhanam, all paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord, Parigrihya, carrying, Rupi, taking form, Pada Aravindam, the lotus feet of the Lord, Upagamya, reaching, Babhasha, said Etad, the following. After reaching the beach, Lord Ramchandra fasted for 3 days, awaiting the arrival of the ocean personified. When the ocean did not come, the Lord exhibited his pastimes of anger, and by his glancing over the ocean, all the living entities within it, including the crocodiles and sharks, were agitated by fear. Then the personified ocean fearfully approached Lord Ramchandra, taking all paraphernalia to worship him. Falling at the Lord's lotus feet, the personified ocean spoke as follows. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay. So in this way, Lord Ramchandra approached there, and then ocean was very much afraid. Natvam vayam jadadhiyonu vidama bhuman kutastham adi purusham jagatam adhisham yat sattvataha suragana rajasah prajesha manayoscha bhutapatayah sabhavan guneshah. Na, not Tvam, your lordship, Vayam, we Jada Dhiya, dull minded, possessing blunt, the intelligence, Nu, indeed, Vidamaha, can know, Bhuman, O supreme Kutastham, within the core of the heart, Adi Purusham, the original personality of Godhead, Jagatam, of the universes which progressively go on, Adhisham, the supreme master, yet fixed. Satvataha, infatuated with Sattvaguna, Suragana, such demigods, infatuated with Rajaguna, Praja Ishaha, the Prajapatis, Manayo, influenced by Tamaguna, Cha, and Bhut Patiyaha, rulers of ghosts, Saha, such a personality, Bhavan, your lordship, Guna, Ishaha, the master of all three modes of material nature. O all-pervading supreme person, we are dull-minded and did not understand who you are. But now we understand that you are the Supreme Person, the Master of the entire universe, the unchanging and original personality of Godhead. The demigods of goodness, the Prajapatis with the mode of passion, and the Lord of Ghosts with the mode of ignorance. But you are the Master of all these qualities. Ocean is saying like that. So the word Jadadhiya refers to intelligence like that of an animal. A person with such intelligence cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead without being beaten. An animal cannot understand the purpose of a man. से अगर हरि भजे दुख कहाँ से होए? When one is distressed, he goes to the church or temple to worship the Lord. But when opulent, he forgets the Lord. When people are happy, they don't go to temple, they don't remember Lord. But when they are in distress, then only they remember Lord. So therefore, punishment by the Lord through material nature is necessary in human society. For without it, men forget the supremacy of the Lord due to their dull, blunt intelligence. Unless some problem comes, then only people remember Krishna, right? So that's why this material nature is there, to remind us that there is one supreme Lord. Okay, controller of Priyahi Jahi Vishvaso Vameham Trailokya Ravanam Avapnuhi Veerapatnim Badhnihi Setum Ihate Yashasho Vitatyai Gayanti Digvijayino Yam Upetya Bhupa. Kamam, as you like. Prayahi, you may go over my water. Jahi, just conquer. Vishvasa, of Vishrava Muni. Avameham, pollution like urine. Trailokya, for the three worlds. Ravanam, the person known as Ravan, the cause of weeping. Avapnuhi, regain. Veera, O great hero. Patnim, your wife. Badhnihi, just construct. Setum, a bridge. Iha, here on this water. Te, of your good self. Yashasa, fame. Vitatyai, to expand. Gayanti, will glorify. Dik, Vijayinaha, great heroes who have conquered all direction. Yam, which bridge. Upetya, coming near. Bhupaha, great kings. My dear Lord, you may use my water as you like. Indeed, you may cross it and go to the abode of Ravana, who is the great source of disturbance and crying for three worlds. He is the son of Vishrava, but is condemned like urine. Please go, kill him, and thus regain your wife Sita Devi. O great hero, although my water presents no impediment to your going to Lanka, please construct a bridge over it to spread your transcendental fame. Actually, there is no problem. You can just walk over the water, and everything is possible for Lord. But just to spread your glories, you make a bridge over it. Upon seeing this wonderfully uncommon deed of your Lordship, all the great heroes and kings in the future will glorify you. Okay. So very important purport here by Srila Prabhupada. It is said that a sun and urine emanate from the same source, the genitals. So when a son is a devotee or a great learned person, the seminal discharge for begetting a son is successful. But if the son is unqualified and bring no glory to his family, he is no better than urine. Here, Ravan is compared to urine because he was a cause of disturbances to the three worlds. Thus the ocean personified wanted him killed by Lord Ramchandra. One feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ramchandra, is omnipotency. The Lord can act without regard to material impediments. Okay, the Lord can act without regard to material impediments or inconveniences. But to prove that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and was not merely advertised as Godhead or elected by popular vote, he constructed a wonderful bridge over the ocean. So actually there is no need, but he did it. Okay, so that people will, because some people cannot understand just like that. So they need to see something very big. Okay, some very great thing. So Lord does these kind of leelas, pastime, so that normal people can also believe, okay, God is there, somebody powerful is there. So nowadays it has become fashionable to create some artificial God who performs no uncommon activities. A little magic will bewilder a foolish person into selecting an artificial God because he does not understand how powerful God is. Lord Ramchandra, however, constructed a bridge over the water with a stone by making the stone float. This is proof of God's uncommonly wonderful power. So this is very small thing for Lord to make a stone float on on the water. It's not a big deal because big planets are floating in the sky. Then what is the big deal in making this stone float on the water? But still, for general people, Lord did this activity. Why should someone be accepted as God without displaying extraordinary potency by doing something never to be done by any common man? So we accept Lord Ramchandra as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he constructed this bridge. Okay, so he constructed this bridge, and we accept Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead because he lifted Govardhan Hill when he was only 7-year-old. We should not accept any rascal as God or an incarnation of God, for God displays some special features. God displays special features in his various activities. Therefore, the Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita, Ajanma karma chame devyam evam yoveti tatvata tektva deham punarjam neti mameti. So Arjuna, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. The activities of the Lord are not common. They are all transcendentally wonderful and not able to be performed by any other living being. The symptoms of the Lord's activities are all mentioned in the Shastras, and after one understands them, one can accept the Lord as he is. Okay. So that is the point here. 2 points mainly, that about the sun, he should be devotee, otherwise he's like urine only. Another point is the Lord. For Lord, it's not very big deal to create a bridge, but he did it to spread his transcendental glories for the normal people. So that was 16th sloka. Baddho dadau raghupatir vividhadri kutai setum kapindra karakampit bhruhangai bhuruhangai sugriva nila hanumat pramukhair anikair lankam vibhishan drisha vishad agradagdham. Badva, after constructing Uddhau in the water of the ocean, Raghupati, Lord Ramchandra, Vivida varieties of Adrikutai, with the peaks of great mountains, Setum, a bridge, Kapi Indra, a powerful monkeys, Karakampet, moved by the great hands, Bhruruh Angai, with the trees and plants, Sugriv, Nila, Hanumat, Hanuman, Pramukhai, led by Anikai, with such soldiers, Lankam, Lanka, the kingdom of Ravan, Vibhishan, Drisha, by the direction of Vibhishan, the brother of Ravana. Avishat entered Agradagdham, which was previously burned, by the monkey soldier Hanuman. Shukdev Goswami said, after constructing a bridge over the ocean by throwing into the water the peaks of mountains, whose trees and other vegetation had been shaken by the hands of great monkeys, Lord Ramchandra went to Lanka to release Sita Devi from the clutches of Ravana. With the direction and help of Vibhishan, Ravana's brother, the Lord, along with the monkey soldiers headed by Sugriva, Nil and Hanuman, entered Ravana's kingdom, Lanka, which had previously been burnt by Hanuman. Okay, so that was the crossing of the bridge, and Lord entered into the Lanka. So great mountains, peaks covered with trees and plants were thrown into the sea by the monkey soldiers and began to float by the supreme will of the Lord. By the supreme will of the Lord, many great planets float weightlessly in space like swabs of cotton. If this is possible, why should great mountain peak not be able to float on water? So this is the omnipotency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can do anything and everything he likes, because he is not under the control of the material nature. Indeed, material nature is controlled by him. Who is controlling this all? See, water, a stone will go inside the water, cotton will float. This is all material rules, but material nature is under the control of Lord, so anything can be possible for Lord. Nothing is impossible for the Lord. Similar, okay. So Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Only under his direction does Prakriti or material nature work. Similar information is given in the Brahm Samhita. Yasya Gyaya Brahmati Samvrit Kala Chakro Govindam Adi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Describing how material nature works, the Brahma Samhita says that the sun moves as desired by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yasyagya Brahmati Samvrita Kala Chakro. Everything moves as the desire of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Consequently, for Lord Ramchandra to construct a bridge over the Indian Ocean with the help of monkey soldiers who threw great mountains peaks into the water is not at all wonderful. It is wonderful only in the sense that it has kept the name and fame of Lord Ramchandra eternally celebrated. Okay, Ram Setu, that's why it is glorified. Okay. Savanarendra Balaruddha Vihara Koshta Sridwar Gopur Sado Balabhi Vitanka Nirbhajyaman Dhishan Dhwaja Hem Kumbha Sringataka Gaj Kulair Hrdiniva Ghurna Sa by the place known as Lanka, Vanar Indra of the great chiefs of the monkeys, Bala by the strength, Ruddha stopped and circled, Vihara pleasure houses, Koshtha the places where food grains were stocked, Sri the treasury houses, Dwara the doors of palaces, Gopura the gates of the city, Sada the assembly houses, Valabhi the frontage of great palaces, Vitanka the rest house for the pigeons, Nirbhajyamana in the process of being dismantled, Dhishana platform, Dhwaja the flags, Hema Kumbha golden water pots on the demons, Sringataka and the crossroads, Gajakulai by herds of elephants, Hradini a river ever like Hradini, Ghurna agitated. After entering Lanka, the monkey soldiers led by chiefs like Sugriva, Neel and Hanuman occupied all the sporting houses, granaries, treasuries, palace, doorways, city gates, assembly houses, palace, frontages and even the resting houses of the pigeons. When the city's crossroads, platforms, flags and golden water pots on its domes were all destroyed, the entire city of Lanka appeared like a river disturbed by a herd of elephants. So that's how the Lanka was destroyed. Okay. Okay, so now from 18th shloka to 23 tomorrow we will do. I have some other service today, so I will stop here.